Hi, I'm Pete Ellahorst, Director of Field Support here at Crown Plastics Company, and welcome to this edition of Make It Stick, the video series where we take our unique capability here at Crown Plastics and take our Dura-Surf UHMW product and we show how we can make it stick for you. I'm sure many of you are aware that there are many opportunities where our UHMW products can go and where they can be bonded, and they're great problem solvers and great solutions to many of the problems that exist out in the field. What we're going to do is we're going to show you some ways that you can help safeguard against some of the issues that may occur, which may cause some delamination issues or release problems. And this is going to be involving sealing the edges of a product, especially if it's going to be an application where there's a lot of dust, possibly moisture or chemicals. All right, now as you can see, we have a couple different pieces of UHMW that have been bonded to a steel substrate. Now, if you're dealing with an application where you're just seeing some wear or some abrasion, you can take the UHMW and you can butt it up right to a 90 degree and you're not going to really have any issues whatsoever. But there are going to be some applications where maybe it is an application where you're conveying powder, or maybe it's an application where there are some solvents or some chemicals or maybe some moisture involved. Okay? To enhance the success of the application, it may actually require us to provide a seal around the material. Now, what we've done in this case here is we've taken the UHMW material, and when we did our installation both on the vertical and the horizontal edges, we actually left about a 1/8 of an inch gap in there. And then what we did is we took a silicone sealant and we're able to work it in there and basically seal that edge and prevent moisture and dust and contamination from getting down in there, which may create some issues with bonding or delamination. Now, one of the products that we would recommend, one we've had some pretty good success with, is a GE silicone called Silicone 2. It also used to be called GE XST. They've recently changed the name of it. This is readily available at Lowe's or Home Depot, any typical hardware store. There may be some other silicone sealants that work, but we have found that this actually bonds very well to an untreated polyethylene, including UHMW. So you will get a very good bond with that particular product. Now, if you're dealing with a food processing application, keep in mind that silicones typically are not permitted to be used with direct food contact. So if it's like powder such as cement or something like that, this is going to be fine. If you're dealing like with a cereal pan, or you're dealing with flour, sugar, that's going to be in direct food contact, we're not going to be able to use the silicone sealant. In that case, you can actually take a high-density polyethylene welding rod and you actually melt some high-density polyethylene. And again, the polyethylene is USDA and FDA approved, and that is another way that you can also help seal the edges and ensure that you're going to get proper adhesion throughout the life of the product. Okay, well, what are we going to take away from the video that we saw today? Obviously, there are going to be times where we're going to want to seal the edges of the material. This is going to be to protect against moisture or dust, depending on the environment that we're in, that may cause problems with getting proper adhesion. But then the other thing we have to remember is the proper adhesive selection, the types of silicone or the type of sealant that we want to use. It might be a high density rod if it's a food processing application. Just making sure wherever we put in the process or put into the application is going to be compliant for the customer. We appreciate you checking out this video. If there is a product that you would like to see us adhere UHMW to, please let us know at crownplastics.com and let's see if we can't make it stick for you.